Invictus Gaming now find themselves in their second Game 3 since week 1 of the LPL. Their second time going back to that final game. I can't even speak myself. I don't even know what's going on. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Dom. This is Clement, and let's get right on into it, right? LGD, they did not look anywhere near as strong as they did in Game number 1. Game 2, it seemed like they wanted to try to rely on that skirmish style, but they ended up just getting outplayed.
I think the thing you're seeing here is they're not getting much out of Eimy in the jungle. If they want to play this skirmishing style, there's no early ganks coming out for him that can snowball the lanes. Ning is actually controlling the map pretty well in terms of where he wants to go. And if JackeyLove can play defensive at times and just deny those ganking opportunities, I feel like it's actually going to be very hard for them to crack the IG shell.
Especially when Invictus Gaming are playing that support the AD carry composition, where they want to have the Galio coming in from the side, the Camille setting up so that the carry can sort of clean up that fight.
They can always switch it up.
Well, that's what we say, right? Because you've got Duke as the big tank in the top lane. Just right now, it seems like with the meta, it's an opportunity for Invictus Gaming to try to flex with this new composition. Sometimes it has worked, sometimes it hasn't. This series has been the perfect, I suppose, palette of that, of whether or not it does work. Do you think it will have enough tape after the end of this Game 3 to say whether or not they should go to the rookie carry or the JackeyLove carry?
They're pretty much set on the JackeyLove carry for now. They're going for these scaling compositions. They want to work out their macro game a little bit more, especially testing it out against LGD. This is what I feel like teams should be doing in terms of the spring season, just get everyone to gel a little bit.
Yeah, we keep saying that. Like, teams testing out these ideas and strategies against the likes of LGD. Ooh, they're the bottom of the table. They're not the bottom of the table anymore.
Not anymore.
They're on a 3-series winning streak. They're actually winning games. And it's not EDG. It's not even WE, but they're putting up some numbers.
And if it goes to Game 3, they've never failed to close.
You're actually absolutely correct. Yeah, when it goes to Game 3, LGD have been the ones who have been turning it out, whereas Invictus Gaming, their wins have all been 2-0s. So are we sensing a bit of a prediction here, Clement?
I just want to see a couple ganks come out for Jinoo. I feel like that's the matchup where you can tilt TheShy very, very hard. We've said a lot of great things about TheShy, but on the flip side, the reason why Duke got the start for most of the previous splits was because if you tilt TheShy, he's actually never coming back. He will continue to go aggressive and kind of dive. They have that dynamic between TheShy and JackeyLove. Both of them have that kind of same trend.
Yeah.
So if Eimy can step up his game and maybe tip the scales of the balance in one of these lanes, and they do have a chance to play out that scrappy style.
And it's actually a bit interesting because at the end of Game number 2, after the Nexus had exploded and we were looking at all of the players, it was Ning who was turning and looking at TheShy and shaking him back and forth with sort of a laughing face. So perhaps it's not LGD that need to tilt TheShy, but Ning, the jungler.
Yeah, Ning has had a weird couple of games right there. The Camille going for the early aggressive dive, also costing his team a chance to close out the game with that solo on Yuuki, which failed, by the way. Not really playing up to his standards, and this is a person that FLICKR has hyped up a lot. We see it in his jungle control percentage, only second to Condi. Really cerebral in the way he passed and controls his jungle. Not really having the best of splits right now.
Well, he'll have to pull himself together here in this Game 3, even if we did see Eimy sort of prepare a red packet of a jungle in Game number 1 and just allow the blue buff to be taken. We'll expect that LGD have learned from their mistakes because, again, now they're 2 games in. They're going to Game 3. This is their home turf. The fans in their arena are ready to cheer them on, and IG are swimming against the current.
Pretty much. I just wonder what FDY's Draven is like for
the 2 bans
to ban it out. Like, they'll leave Kalista open, but they'll ban Draven.
And it's crazy too because JackeyLove was the guy who became originally known from playing the Draven, and he's the one who has to click the ban button on that Draven. You saw in the previous champs, like, you said it yourself, like, ooh, he doesn't look too happy.
Yeah, JackeyLove's not happy. JackeyLove made his name as a Draven streamer before he went to IG as a kind of substitute and someone they were farming up. So him having to ban that pick out, that just shows you how much respect they have for FDY right
And
now.
after the Game 1, of course, in which FDY flashed onto him inside of a brush to get the kill, perhaps JackeyLove, maybe he's the guy who goes forward. Maybe he goes forward again in this Game 3 to say, hey, you are the sub. You are the secondary player.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hyped up for the matchup. Again, IG versus LGD. Clement, Who's going to take the series?
I have to lean toward IG. I feel like they have more weapons in their arsenal. They can go the Rookie, they can go the TheShy. All three lanes are triple threat carries, and you just don't know which one's going to pop off. The only point for them is they need to be careful of the other side, which they aren't playing towards. If they can keep that in check, I feel like it goes IG.
Well, IG, they learned their lesson in game number 2. Let's see if they've learned their lesson in game number 3. Our casters are ready to get us into the match.
Thanks, Owen. It does seem like they've learnt their lesson in game number 2. Don't know if they have a lesson to learn after game number 2, though. Going to game number 3, they must feel pretty confident.
I think of the MVP image that we got from TheShy, and that's what captures game number 2 so well, right? It looks like he's about to backhand somebody, and he's holding himself back because his other hand's in the way. I think that summarizes what TheShy did in game number 2.
Tell you what, he didn't hold that backhand back at all against Jinoo in game number 2. Picked up the one-on-one first blood, and then continued to dominate the Pirate in the top lane.
But the lesson is do it again if you're TheShy. I think both of these games have actually been dictated by a fair amount of just laning phase, and coming into this third game, a lot of the drafts have been about empowering level 6 movements, about just getting a little bit stronger through that laning phase for TheShy specifically. And you can already see some adaptations in play.
Yep, both teams have been selecting blue side whenever they can, so LGD will get it going into game number 3. Camille is that first pick that comes out from LGD. They ban out Varus, Jason, Rise, whereas for Invictus Gaming, Cogmore, Zoe, and Azir are taken off the table.
Now, the Jace actually being banned this time by LGD, knowing that they're not going to pick the Gangplank as well, opting into a different top laner. This time, whilst it is the Camille can flex. I think Eimy's been much more of a backseat person at the moment. He's been playing utility, he's been playing tanks and crowd control, so it shouldn't be his Camille, though it always could be.
However, we have Tristana and Braum locked in for Invictus Gaming. JackeyLove will pick up that champion 2 games in a row. Xayah was still left open and locked in for FDY instantly, not allowing IG to go to the second ban phase to target 80 carries.
Yes, I prefer this much more from LGD. Let's not get 780 carries banned as well, and they picked themselves the duo bottom lane, which I very much like from LGD. Set themselves up, they knew the 2v2, they knew it was a Braum Tristana, they picked into it accordingly.
Xayah and Rakan locked in for LGD.
And don't even start me on Rakan currently, Fish. You saw me last night.
Yeah, I saw you play.
I have a strategy, let me tell you.
Is PYL going to use your strategy?
God, I hope so, but I highly doubt it.
Well, we'll have to take a look. We'll talk about it later during the match. Gangplank has been locked in for Invictus Gaming, though. That will be taken into the top lane by TheShy. And look at that, even IG think it could be a flex pick because Gnar is their first ban.
Yeah, getting rid of the Gnar. Perhaps another top laner to be addressed as well, just to try and prevent them from flexing it into the top lane. Say that as a higher incentive that you have the Camille in that 1v1. TheShy wants to take it, I suppose, the Gangplank into the Camille.
Orianna is the first ban that comes out from LGD, so targeting Rookie's champion pool a little.
And alongside that Orianna, what would LGD even consider looking at? Do they want him on the Gangplank so desperately? I know that they've lost a big part of the combo that Gangplank was successful in, so...
Riven!
Yeah.
Final ban coming up from IG, respecting Jinoo's pick up of the champion.
Well, Riven has been banned against LGD over 20% of the time as well. So granted, it's usually in the second ban phase, taken away from Jinoo specifically. The last time that we saw him play it, the only time we've seen it this split, he was insane.
And he was up against the Gangplank,
yes,
I believe.
He was.
So a lot of respect coming out from Invictus Gaming here.
And it was Mouse as well, I believe. One of the better Gangplanks that you'll see in the league.
Final ban that comes out from LGD is going to be Karma. This is a pick that we normally see denied away from Doinby.
Yeah, but Rookie has been taking more of that backseat, has been able to play more of these supportive role champions, and again, they want the Gangplank, the Galio, it seems, by preventing the Orianna, preventing the Karma, getting rid of shields that are going to be there. Makes you wonder what Rookie is going to play.
They've now got Jarvan picked up as their jungler of choice as well, so IG have the bits and pieces of the puzzle to fit in with a Galio. You have to think, do LGD take away? Because Galio-Rakan was an unstoppable combo when Rakan and Galio were both in the same meta.
Absolutely. Of course, any kind of engage will be wondrous here. I do think they need more damage, though, through the mid laner for the 4v4. If you're against the Gangplank in the top lane, I think Jinoo will be spending most of his time dealing with the 1v1. So they could opt towards something like the Corki again for some extra damage in that mid lane, especially because he's picking blind into Rookie, who has got the Cassiopeia, has got the Syndra, has got very aggressive choices to win lane.
And Yuuki goes for the Corki pick in the mid lane. We saw him play Corki last match, had a good game, or good early game on the champion. Unfortunately, it wasn't really Yuuki that was at fault for the collapse on the top side of the map. Sejuani needs to pick up for Eimy heading into this match as well.
And of course, one of the strengths that Corki has into magic damage matchups is the ability to build a Hex Drinker. I know I just mentioned Rookie's Cassiopeia, and that will still prove true as he locks it in. And until the Hex Drinker's done, there is a chance that Rookie does control and win that lane. And IG round out their composition with a lot less shields and supportive mid laners to be seen, but much more damage, and this is more exciting for Rookie. He gets a chance to spread his wings.
It's going to be an explosive matchup with IG's damage-based composition, but I know you really want to talk about this Rakan pick because I see he swapped over his summoner spells.
I didn't believe it.
This is what you were playing last night. We have seen Ignite Exhaust in the LPL on Rakan already, but still, it's a unique strategy.
Yeah, I actually didn't think he would fully commit to it, but PYL's my boy. He knows. He's got my back. Rakan, with Xayah in particular as well, can very accessibly go towards two offensive spells as the Ignite and Exhaust work in the bottom lane, simply because you can go unsealed spellbook now that that's meta. You can switch after the first laning phase. But just like any supports now go towards Ignite, or any top laners now go towards Ignite and swap out to teleport, Rakan can do the same thing with both of his summoner spells. Now he gets more combat in the 2v2, works very well with the Xayah. No one can really beat him in a 2v2 engage anymore because of the summoner spell advantage, and he has the mobility of the Xayah being the increased range on the E and the W as well to close distance. So I'm a big fan of this. I know that the currently ranked 2 Korean solo queue player is doing this as well. He has Glacial Augment Tahm Kench with something that we saw yesterday in the LPL, and he's also got this Rakan build. So take some notes. Hopefully PYL can prove to be just as good.
And if you told me Imp was the one playing in this match, I think that'd be incredibly scary as well. Imp and PYL, the longest standing duo in the LPL on the bottom lane. But it's going to be FDY stepping in. We had questions about him. He stepped up in game number 1, picked up an MVP performance. He did all right in game number 2, but did fall to the bottom lane duo from Invictus Gaming. JackeyLove as well as Baolan were able to pick up that kill 2-on-2. Is this aggressive that's going to work out? Because Tristana Braum is no pushover lane.
Absolutely not. It's very hard to get through a Braum into the Tristana. And as you even hit mid to late stages with Rookie protecting, with TheShy zoning, IG have an exceptional composition that doesn't let teams run at you. And I think that's what we have to look at here for IG. Can they actually set up the vision control and make the plays first, or will LGD just run at them? Because when you look at LGD's composition, most signs point to yes.
And it's just so difficult to do that with Gangplank ultimate wailing down at you, with Cassiopeia stopping you right in your tracks, even Braum slowing you down the entire way. IG have set themselves up to allow LGD to run straight at them and deny them the opportunity to win team fights through it. We'll have to see how the early game goes first, though, because that's where IG shined in game number 2. TheShy was able to lock down Jinoo. Now the tables have turned. He is on the Gangplank. Jinoo has picked up the Camille, and LGD setting up something really cheeky here.
Rookie doesn't know, but he's about to find out. We'll see if
cleared-
it's the hard way. They want the blue, though. They don't want Rookie.
They cleared out the
Oh,
ward
the explosive
earlier.
plant wasn't
Oh
cleared.
no, let's go! Go for a fight, boys! Rakan jumps in!
Oh, no.
Ignites down onto Ning! A disaster early onto the match! Blue buff is still low as well, and Eimy says, you know what? I'm gonna take this as well!
He doesn't even have to smite it away. Secures the blue buff, can go to the Gromp and smite it if he chooses before leaving the jungle. Both summoner spells used by PYL, the Exhaust and the Ignite. They really wanted the kill. They may have a hard time in lane as a result, but not if that's what happens at level 1.
Press the attack picked up by Xayah. FDY just walks up to JackeyLove, gets a good amount of damage down. Eimy getting his revenge for game number 1. It was Ning that locked him down in game 1 in the Sejuani against Zac matchup. Now he gets first blood early on.
Oh my word, Ning now has to do red buff by himself. Jinoo's also trading aggressively in the top lane against TheShy. And with the way that level 1 trade went in the bottom lane, things start to take a very big twist towards LGD with presence around the rift.
Looks like it's unlocked the top side of the map as well. Yes, Ning's in the top side river. He's moving into the blue buff against Eimy.
But you know that Eimy, smart jungler right now, hasn't gone towards his own red buff. He's gone from blue to blue, but he's level 3 because of the jungle camps he's taken away. He's looking for Ning.
Well, you find him.
Oh, no.
He's,
Go to your blue.
He runs out. Rookie's looking to try and help him out. Blue buff is going to be taken away by Ning here. Smite takes that down.
It was so close to the correct thing from Eimy as well. I think he was just too cautious of where Rookie is because of how much control of the map the Cassiopeia actually had through the mid lane.
Zombie Ward as well, spotting him out there. That's something we were talking about yesterday on the cast, Rusty, that we don't see too much of in the LPL. It's very popular in the LCK. But that proving crucial for IG there to kind of spot out where Eimy was.
A lot of the LPL players don't actually have a preference to that zombie ward, but I think a big part of it is that they want inspiration as a higher priority in the secondary tree. And a lot of the champions we play don't want to have inspiration in their primary. You've got a fleet footwork. Corki is engaged bottom.
Wow, big engage coming out. Heal already forced to be used by JackeyLove. And FDY, he had a bit of a nervous start to game #1. Now looking perfectly fine in the bottom lane. Still JackeyLove with the CS lead though.
There was the heal used by JackeyLove, and there was also no summoner spells for PYL, but if PYL had both of those, you know that was a dead Tristana. And that trade only happens because of how aggressively JackeyLove was positioned.
And his summoner spells are coming back up. Still in this bottom lane, dashing over to FDY, making sure he keeps him safe with a couple of shields. Good trades back and forth between the two teams on the bottom side of the map. JackeyLove is winning out to kick things off.
I think now is when you actually have kill threat in the bottom lane for PYL. Both summoners up, no heal for JackeyLove, no exhaust for Baolan. If they can reset the state of the minion wave, get rid of this cannon minion, then you would say it's go time and they could look for an engage.
Top side map, Jinoo still being aggressive against TheShy. Gets some good damage. But TheShy playing fairly confidently on the Gangplank. JackeyLove gets knocked out of his jump back. FDY steps up and gets some damage into the duo, but not too much. And it's a potion advantage at the moment for the Xayah. JackeyLove has burnt through all of his.
And so far, so good for LGD. For FDY and PYL, I didn't expect anybody at a caliber even close to Imp as the sub for the team, but here we are. You can't help but say you're impressed by his performances so far.
He's been a substitute on the team for a year now, has not played a single game for LGD, and it takes this explosive matchup. Invictus Gaming on a win streak, LGD on a win streak, down to game #3. Unfortunately, Imp sick on the day.
TheShy got him there, so it's a poor trade by Jinoo.
He's going to take a lot of damage from TheShy, chasing him down, gets a final parlay off as well. Now PYL going aggressively in. The door gets put up by Baolan. FDY tries to step through it, still getting good damage down. Ignite has already been used, Exhaust finally being thrown down on both AD carries. Ning and Eimy are both here, so it's going to be a 3-on-3. JackeyLove jumps away to kick things off. Flashed away from FDY, but look at that Eimy, clean! Cancelling the flag drag combo coming out from Ning. They'll both disengage from this.
Man, FDY, he used the flash, he was very safe, but Eimy had him covered, so miscommunication perhaps, or just very well done from Eimy, and no one expected it to be that clean. Is what results in, unfortunately, the extra summoner being used as they're teleporting bottom.
Going down to the bottom lane, big knock up coming out from Ning. Flag, drag, flash, and Miasma coming through as Rookie teleported down to this fight as well. Double kill picked up by the Snake Lady.
The unsealed spellbook Rookie. The unseen Snake is the deadliest, comes out of the grass and picks up 2 kills for IG. For the mid lane, he gets both of them. And now there's a 2-0 Cassiopeia just going to walk back to lane. Oh man, things have started to turn around after such a good trade at the start for LGD.
Ooh, big trade coming out from TheShy, top side map. Ultimate used by both. Hextile Almeida locks him down, but look at this. TheShy says, I will fight you. I am a pirate. Come back here. Oh no.
He needs the Q. He's got...
He will finally hit it, but the turret shots come through. Stopwatch keeps him alive. He was dancing for a little bit.
With the smallest amount of health remaining. I thought he was going to die to that turret shot, but he lives through it. TheShy gets the 1v1 once again. We'll watch what happens in the bottom lane. The flash engage from Ning, perfectly played by the Jarvan, allows the rest of the team to come in. They make sure that Jackie also gets involved. Too late from Eimy.
And right as things looked like a good start for LGD, picking up first blood in the jungle, IG just strike back all across the map.
Happens again. A lot of these sets have been decided by winning laning phase outright, but this is one of the few games where the bottom lane wasn't just the 2v2. However, top lane was still the 1v1, and TheShy winning that one. Now the CS advantage grows. He's beaten a Gangplank, and now he's winning as Gangplank. It shows that TheShy is truly winning the top lane 1v1 currently.
And that's scary because jungle pressure was relieved after Eimy was able to get that first kill onto Ning inside the jungle, denying him the aggressive starts from Jarvan.
Yeah,
and it was strictly a one-on-one.
So it is just the exclusive one-on-one. They were both aware of it. And Jinoo is the aggressor in that as well. He chooses to go forwards. He opts into the fight, and suddenly he's going to lose it. And that was 2 consecutive engages that Jinoo lost by going forwards. It's all about playing around the kegs, but a full keg connected.
Both times. Now he's still being aggressive, toss him at level 6 against level 7. Getting good damage down, but look at this. TheShy holds his own, gets damage of his own.
Jinoo's dead.
There's nowhere for him to go. Won't have the hook shot back up just yet. Ultimate is available for the Gangplank. No flash for this Camille. Slowed down and red buff is ticking. Now hook shotting away, follows through, but just slam dunks on top of the Camille to pick up another kill.
No way out. No vision able to save him as well, just because of how deep Jinoo was positioned. So he goes down. TheShy is going to pick up an assist and some extra farm on this wave. Ning's going to assist in making sure that the wave is pushed into the turret and picks up the kill for himself. And suddenly IG, it's not just a top lane turret they're pressuring. It's not just top lane they're pressuring. It's the map.
That's
going to reset.
Games 1 and 2. Oh, Ning picks it up. Games 1 and 2, IG had 2 very strong winning lanes on the top side, bottom side of the map with a Galio in the mid lane to nullify it. And they won through those lanes alone. Now, in a mismatch, Gangplank against Camille, TheShy comes up big, but LG are looking to try and respond in the bottom lane. PYL pops the ultimate, jumps back in. Baolan now turns this one around, tags FDY, sorry, with the Winter's Bite. And look at that, JackeyLove trying to get that final proc, doesn't get it through. Stopwatch being used by FDY, keeping himself nice and safe, but they're still fairly low in the bottom lane.
The dive threat is here. Eimy is running down as fast as he can to try and prevent the dive, maybe turn it around, but Ning is exactly right behind him. I think, honestly, LGD are just going to try and hold the turret. They both need to recall, and only one of them has unsealed Spellbook this time around. Actually, don't even know if he has a charge available because he's already swapped to Flash. And
aggressive coming up from FDY and PYL. However, it is JackeyLove that gets the best of this bottom lane for now. 81 CS to 68. Top lane is going heavily in favor of TheShy. It's deja vu once again for IG.
It's just happening again.
And Rookie gets his hands on a carry champion this time around as well. No more Galio. He's on Cassiopeia, trying to flex in this mid lane after the 2 kills he picked up on the bottom side of the map.
And every mid laner in the LPL will say that Rookie is the person they want to play against the most, but they're also the most afraid of playing against. And it's that feeling of being able to beat the best. And Rookie is the best when it comes to laning in mid lane. When he gets a champion like Cassiopeia, he will make you suffer, and he is just so good mechanically. But he's also aggressive. It's one of those styles where, you know, you'll miss skill shots because he goes forwards instead of backwards. It's FLICKR-esque, and Rookie does it very well.
On top of that, Yuuki's been having a decent set. He's had 2 good games. We talked about how LGD normally substitute out their mid laner when there was a loss, but
they've kept Yuuki.
They've kept Yuuki in for game number 3. However, they knew this gank was coming on the top side of the map. They still keep TheShy around, taking a lot of damage. Does not have flash available, nor does he have a stopwatch, but Eimy takes up quite a few turret shots he's forced out.
They do push him away from the minion wave, so that's still a big win for LGD. Even if they don't secure the kill, it means that he's denied farm.
4 members strong were trying to rotate up coming out from IG. However, they move straight back towards the mid lane. PYL does get locked in, takes quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Cassiopeia very good, of course, into the Rakan. Doesn't let any of the mobility keep him out alive, so careful placement from Rookie will ensure that there's no disengages even from PYL, and they pressure mid lane.
And PYL swap back out for Flash, understanding that now that exhaust's not going to work. But Rookie, whoa, flashing right underneath the turret.
He wanted PYL. Unfortunately, he didn't find the correct target. Welcome to Rookie's Cassiopeia, everybody.
You were talking about how he was aggressive, Rusty. I did not expect that aggressiveness.
No, no one did. PYL's still alive, though, because he was walking away anyway. So, doesn't get the kill. Rookie has a good attempt at it. Unsealed Spellbook, of course, 25% reduced cooldown on your summoner spell usage, so you can afford to make more aggressive plays like that. I know all of the LCK fans are just sighing all at once. What does aggressive mean? Well, you just saw it, so it means that.
Doesn't work out this time round for Rookie, though. Still has this ghost available. Bottom lane, it's been going in JackeyLove's favor this entire time. Yes, the bottom lane duo from LGD have been fairly aggressive, just has not been working out. There's the aggression we see. Door instantly gets put up by Baolan, keeping his teammates safe. JackeyLove takes next to no damage. Eimy is trying to come down into this bottom lane as well, but look at that. Rookie flanking close behind. Ning is waiting in the wings as well.
Eimy's been completely spotted through vision the entire way down, and PYL, I think, was actually just engaging to try and get some pressure alleviated for FDY. Let him farm. Get any of the minion wave, even just prevent the structures from falling, but still IG stands strong. They win the trade in the end, and that means the turret's just gonna go down. Ning was also doing the Infernal Drake, but he was on a ward. So he's careful, he's cautious, he backs away. He knows that the turret is more important.
Both teleports being used on the top side of the map. TheShy to get back into his lane quicker. This means that IG can push through bottom lane, take down the first turret of the match. Goes over to both JackeyLove and Ning.
Shared gold this time. They don't just give solo to JackeyLove. But first turret of the game, so that big influx of gold into the money, into the pockets of IG, and then they move over to the Drake. Of course, the vision has since died. They can see the rubble on the ground as well of acknowledgement of that fact.
Much stronger game number 3 coming out from IG after the first game from LGD. They've now picked up a 4,000 gold lead for themselves. First turret. They picked up the Infernal Dragon as well, and it was looking to be deja vu after the aggressive invade that came out from LGD.
Yeah, it felt like things were going to go very well for LGD through what they did at level 1, but it seems to be that level 1 isn't the be-all end-all in games right now. It's more so what happens just through that level 3 laning phase for these teams specifically. TheShy has his Trinity Force compared to just the Sheen and Ninja Tabis.
And this is a Camille matchup.
Camille's meant to do okay into this. I don't know if it's strictly a Camille winning matchup. From what we have seen, we know that Camille's meant to do very well, but usually it's jungle pressure that again makes the difference in any Gangplank matchup. The jungler shows up.
That's kind of what we saw from TheShy in game number 1.
Yeah.
Into the Gangplank of Jinoo. He wasn't able to kill her outright, but put a lot of pressure at least till 20 minutes in the match.
Yeah, and junglers were there often, also just around the area at the very least, and Baolan.
Gonna get locked down here, puts up the door nice and early, throws down the ultimate as well, but that's so many moments from LGD. Jumps back to JackeyLove, but the ultimate gets thrown out by Sejuani. They find a pick onto IG's support, but mid lane under pressure, IG will take more turrets for themselves.
Eimy gets his second kill, and that's 2 kills total for the side of LGD. Unfortunately for them, the Sejuani is the only person getting them. But everyone was contributing to that as IG. They want Corki.
Yeah, this is aggressive.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yuuki's going to turn the corner, and suddenly here's everyone, but takes the smart route, sees him, and immediately Valkyries over the wall.
I really admire the respect from Yuuki there as well. I feel like he did it before even seeing them. He was cautious. I would have expected, you know, Rookie and Ning were back in base. They recalled. They went missing. But no, they were right there waiting for you in the shadows.
Doesn't work out, however. IG get an even bigger gold lead for themselves. 5,000 gold up. Top lane out of turret is low as well.
Now, it's not just going to be 5,000 as well, with the top lane being low, like you mentioned. Tristana against Xayah. He should still win the sieging competition, as long as Xayah's got to deal with minions. Very good wave clear so far as whoa.
But right out of nowhere, PYL locks down JackeyLove. Ignite is ticking. Baolan is here as well as Ning, trying to lock them both back down. Ning jumps back in, stopwatch used by PYL, nice and early. He's still going to take a lot of damage to the Cataclysm and comes back up. JackeyLove gets that return kill. Nobody from the side of LGD there to react.
PYL just straight whiffed the Rakan W. Charms JackeyLove, and FDY of course has to use the ultimate to disengage, but by missing that knockup, no chance of following up for the kills is FDY. JackeyLove just jumps away and finds safety. And then it wasn't just safety, he found his entire team.
Still had his flash available as well, was not forced to use it.
No.
And IG pick up even more advantages. Creeping to a 7,000 gold lead now. Just 16 minutes into the match, Baron's not even up.
Nope.
IG are going to take Rift Herald.
But with Rift Herald up, they can get another structure fish. So whilst it's 7,000, 6,000 I should say now, that will stretch out to 7 once again. You're looking at perhaps recalls and purchase timings as Eimy doesn't want to let it go for free.
No, he's not. And Rookie's here as well. Yuuki using the package, trying to get into the backlines of IG, instantly exhausted. JackeyLove's going to focus on the front line first. They work together to take down Eimy. And there goes Rookie over the wall, flashing behind the entire team. There's a snake in their boots, but JackeyLove's the one that's bouncing around. Big team fight pickup for Invictus Gaming.
And Rookie once again flashes forwards, goes aggressively, and now they siege the top lane in a structure from the Herald that they just secured in a smite battle. LGD actually just all in. 5v5 attempt to try and stop a Herald from being taken. That's the state of this game. That's how far behind they are. And because they lost that, it's even worse.
9,000 gold up. Here's that fight again. Yuuki starting it off, but Rookie with a hero play at the end.
Yeah, Baolan had the exhaust ready, so Yuuki wasn't going to contribute damage. Rookie knows where they're going. He knows exactly what the game plan is, and he's very unlucky that only one person got stunned and locked down. He may have actually lived through that if it stunned more than one target. That was super clutch, and just well done, honestly, from IG.
Big team fights for them. LGD tried to force the team fight. Does not work out for them.
The thing that makes fights like that hard is IG have been around on the map for such a long time without recalling. And so if it was a 7,000 gold lead, there might have been 4,000 gold worth of items waiting to be spent even. But they still take the fight. They still have full knowledge of how strong they are compared to LGD.
They had Yuuki with the package as well, and it was a good placement, but that exhaust coming out from Baolan just meant that JackeyLove could ignore him.
Yeah.
And that's very strange to see that an AD carry can ignore Corki for such an amount of time. However, they have caught out Rookie here, looking to try and get the collapse onto him. Uses the stopwatch, JackeyLove jumps in. Now Rookie's going to turn his around. Big ultimate coming out, locks down PYL, and IG already have 2 picks. Everyone's just now trying to collapse. Eimy on one flank, locked down by the Jarvan. JackeyLove trying to chase down Camille on the flip side, gets a blast cone to jump away to safety. Eimy will be destroyed with remaining 4 members of IG. JackeyLove still chasing. In fact, Jinoo says he's going to turn around. Dodged out by JackeyLove. Great mechanics.
He's jumping forwards.
Jumps on top of 2 of them. Busts his stopwatch and he loops the tell-the-tale as TheShy is now going to try and collapse down himself. Running at incredibly fast pace, trying to jump down on towards this Corki. Not going to quite work out for him. There is a blast cone available, but still, JackeyLove. What the heck is he doing?
You can't tell me that JackeyLove's not just playing with his food now. He knows how far ahead IG is. They threaten, they siege the mid lane as well. 5-0-4 is the Tristana.
He jumped into the bloody fountain in game number 2. Now he reckons he can take a 2-on-2 against the carries from LGD.
Yeah, well, you know what? He got a kill in that fountain fish.
He did.
Jackie knows.
He certainly did. They got the ace in that fountain. He's now 5-0-4. Infinity Edge picked up with a static shiv. Looking for his next Zeal item to be completed soon. His Infernal Dragon has come back up, and little do IG know, JackeyLove again.
And you know he's going to try and like insect them.
He's going to try and rocket jump in and bust and shot someone back. It doesn't work out. Gets some chip damage onto Eimy, and now he just jumps into the Infernal Dragon pit. And you know what? They'll settle for this.
Yeah, second Infernal into the pit of IG. They'll get 2 of them now as well. 16% AD on a 5-0-4 Tristana. What more could you possibly want?
I mean, an 11,000 gold lead would be nice. Oh wait, they have that as well. We're only 20 minutes into the game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, 19 minutes. I feel like this is definitely going to be the goal difference per minute lead in the LPL. The IG. PYL, the rest of LGD, they're not going to go down without a fight. That is such a standard, of course. They've acknowledged they're far behind. There is no recovery besides desperation. You know, the 6th time that desperation fails, will they try a 7th?
Oh, look at that. Rookie just sees Eimy and says, you know what? I know what you're trying to do. Pops the ghost instantly.
They got a summoner. I guess that's actually a win from LGD. A blast plant for a summoner. Pretty good trade in the end.
That's Ghost. Comes back up quite quickly. Leandra's Torment already complete for Rookie as well. With the Morellonomicon, the Tear of the Goddess. As IG just say, you know what? We're going to try and take Baron. 20 minutes, 30 seconds into the match.
Yep.
Everyone just jumps over the wall.
They know the Scuttle Crab is actually belonging to LGD, so they avoid the vision. All of them have the ability to jump over as well.
Here comes PYL. Hasn't spotted him out just yet. Now we'll know that this Baron has been started. Baolan fairly low, but IG secure it nice and easy.
By the time PYL knew it was already too late. LGD now left responding, trying to clear waves before the rest of IG show up and can start the siege. And with the Baron buff, well, the siege is actually now possible from IG, and you'd have to imagine that once they get that 3rd item on Tristana, nobody's going to stop him from one-hitting everyone.
Why are we here? How did we get to this situation, Rusty? What's gone wrong? Because game 1 was a close battle between these 2 teams. IG turtled it out quite well. Game number 2 was a complete shutdown.
I wouldn't even say game 1 was close. I would say LGD looked very good in game number 1. They got a lead, they followed the lead, they cleaned up, and they finished the game.
But you know, IG put up a fight. Rookie's going to be forced away, but that's everything in the kitchen sink thrown at Rookie. Got a flash for all that. Baolan thinks he can fight up the wall, and Ning's going to try and flag and drag his way into the backlines here. Blocks them down with the ultimate. He uses his own stopwatch, because why the heck not? Meanwhile, JackeyLove's just taking on LG's entire bottom lane on his own. He says, come fight me, FDY. Welcome to the LPL. Here's your present. Couple more auto attacks and you will fall. The rest of IG push through in the bottom lane. Bottom lane inner turret gets taken down. Yuuki gets a 1-on-1 kill against Rookie in the mid lane. However, Ning will come back in for the return. Those are low health bars for LGD, but they're still going to try to fight this one 2-on-1. Ning gets locked down. PYL's going to try and corner him there. They do get the kill, or do they? Jinoo takes some time, but he finally will fall. Meanwhile, this entire time, top lane inhibitor turret gets taken down. TheShy is pushing on his own, because why not? Has a barrel, tries to throw it down, mistimes the cake. PYL will kill that last one. Gets so much damage onto this back line. But during that fight, IG pick up so many turrets, and they're pushing for another one.
During that fight, literally everything died fish. LGD just lost the game and IG just won everything all at once. They're going to pick, they walk mid lane, and it takes like 17 years to kill Ning, so they're going to top inhib, they're going to mid inhib, everything you could want.
Those numbers don't lie. That is a 15,000 gold lead for Invictus Gaming at the moment.
22 minutes. Oh boy.
If Jake Spawn-Tiberia was here, this would be an absolute shellacking.
TheShy just took a red buff from JackeyLove, and they both just held S. They took a second to process what just happened. TheShy was like, what? My favorite thing in League of Legends is when people stop moving, because you can tell they're mentally processing the disaster that has just happened.
That or they're typing.
Oh yeah, they're not typing though. Not in a competitive game where they're in comms fish. You know, that was absolutely Jackie saying, oi.
That's mine. TheShy says, no, this is mine.
Well, evidently not, it's on me.
He's going for an Infinity Edge next. Already picked up his BF sword component. 3 items strong as the Gangplank. JackeyLove has his full core build complete. Infinity Edge and double static Shiv items complete.
They are more than equipped to finish this game off. If they got 1 inhib remaining, TheShy is going to catch the wave as well, bring it about with the Baron, so it speeds all of the minions up. 1 keg would be a minimum of half health on any of the carries, and there they go.
They're just forcing it down now. FTY forced to use his own ultimate, but Cataclysm will come out from Ning. Rookie to try to kite this one back, but PYL just gets melted off the initiation. Double kill for JackeyLove. 1 more picked up by TheShy top map, and Rookie cleans it up in the back line. Perfect team fight coming out from Invictus Gaming. Clean as a whistle. They push for the Nexus.
They don't even need the bottom lane. They'll just end the game right here, Fish.
They go down in game number 1 to LGD, but they fight back and they secure their place at the top of their conference before heading into cross-conference. 2-1 to Invictus Gaming.
We saw a 10-0-12 performance from FDY, the ring-in AD carry for the side of LGD, but in game number 3, JackeyLove comes up with the perfect scoreline himself, 8-0-6. Unstoppable is the Invictus Gaming roster. And it makes you wonder how they even got to a game 3 if you watch the second and third games. Absolutely dominant.
Again, TheShy coming into the series was undefeated on Invictus Gaming, looking very strong. Got taken down in game number 1, then he said, you know what, shut up. I am going to play this time. Games 2 and 3 absolutely dominates in the top lane.
Almost a Flame Horizon in game number 2 as well. Thankfully, there was a Gangplank to prevent that one from happening, just because he is Gangplank.
And then he got the Gangplank afterwards, and
yeah,
absolutely styles on the Camille pick in the top lane, 101 with his jungler shut down at level 1.
I just hope to see TheShy get MVP again, so we get the visual representation of what happened in that top lane, the attempted backhand coming out of the top laner of IG.
Oh, there was no holding back this time around though.
It really just, like, for me, looking at IG playing these sets out, it's something about momentum for IG that makes them look unstoppable. I feel like when they win a game, there is no slowing them down. That steam train just rolls on through. They lost game 1 and it thought like maybe momentum was gone from IG and maybe LGD had it rolling for themselves, but how quickly that turned around, and once they had the game 2 win, IG, they just kept going. Suddenly that was it.
They haven't lost without a fight either. In their first match against RNG, they won game number 1 before falling to RNG. Since then, they just looked unstoppable in the LPL, and they should be pretty happy sitting at the top of their conference, 5-1 before heading into cross-conference. And the only team right now that has only dropped a single series.
Yeah, of course, it's not a perfect game from IG in this third game either, but it felt close enough. That was one of the most accelerated victories I've ever seen as a clean closeout goes.
20,000 gold, Rusty.
Yeah,
Ooh.
You don't often see 20,000 at victory. Usually you're looking at maybe 10K. And considering the time that game went for as well, less than 30 minutes, 20,000 gold is obnoxious.
It was a hard-fought game number 1 for LGD, but 2 games back-to-back for IG. Absolute shellackings, and it looked promising for LGD. It looked like they were going to be able to continue to run without Imp as well.
Yeah.
It didn't look like their substitute AD carry was a problem in any way, but the rest of the map just fell apart.
I mean, I've never really said that Imp's the problem with LGD. I'd never say that Uzi's the problem with RNG when they lose as well, but the AD carry this time, FDY, he played very well. Credit to him for performing in a set where they were still losing. He looked perfectly fine.
He gets the consolation prize of picking up MVP in game number 1. However, that was not enough. IG come back with a 2-1 decisive victory over LGD. To break down that series a little bit more, let's send it back to the analyst desk.
Thank you so much, Fish and Rusty. Ah, the classic got him. Never such a quite sight have we seen. I don't even know what just came out of my mouth. But you know what? My name's Dom. Your name's Clement.
Hello.
Invictus Gaming are victorious once again, 5-1. Now, at the series, they continue their match streak, but game number 1, they had us asking a couple of questions, Clement.
Definitely. This game for me, like TheShy was another big point, and the second big point was how Eimy was able to recover from the jungle right there. You saw at the start of the game, LGD had that game plan settled down. They were going to run Exhaust and Ignite, go into the blue side jungle. But how did Ning come back? I think that's the big question we have to ask for the early game, and the reason is Rookie on his Cassiopeia, so he was able to control both sides of the jungle very well with the roams from Rookie coming out and actually get the enemy blue buff. So that negated a lot of the early pressure coming out from Eimy.
Yeah, again, that classic red side Rookie, of course, picking the Cassiopeia into the Corki, well aware of how that matchup works. Again, legacy player for Rookie, very, very talented mid laner. Looking at this young upstart of Yuuki and saying, hey, you think you're hot fire? Well, I played Galio in game 1 and 2. Why don't you take a taste of this carry champion? And Yuuki could not stand the heat. He could not stand the fire. And then it was just the easy teleport bottom with the Unsealed Spellbook for a double kill.
Exactly. That bottom lane should have worked early on for them. We know the Rakan cheese. We can kind of explain how the Rakan cheese kind of works.
We saw the Xayah and Rakan picked into Tristana, and I believe it was Braum, which looked to be a counter pick from PYL. What was LGD think? Was it actually just, we're going to all in?
That's actually the plan.
Well, there you go.
We've seen the Rakan level 1 cheese a lot. So the way it works is you actually have the 3rd highest base damage out of any champion at level 1. And you also bring your Spell Thief, so you have triple tribute procs. If you get the battle entrance and then the triple tribute and 3 auto attacks, it's actually around 500 damage with your Ignite.
Yeah.
So that's actually a very strong combo. But what we have to remember is Baolan played it so well with that Braum pick, taking away from PYL and using that Unbreakable so well to deny the extra damage from the Xayah to close that kill out.
There were so many times during the laning phase where FDY would step forward, start chucking out some feathers, and immediately Baolan would leap in, raise the wall, and just deny all of that damage.
And after Rookies roamed towards the bot lane, they could no longer pressure their advantage with that Rakan cheese. The other point I want to talk about that really swung the entire match was TheShy. The way TheShy played that Gangplank matchup. So Gangplank does have a good matchup into the Camille. It's about a 53% win rate. However, you need to play the trades so well. What the Camille wants to do is she wants to hook shot into you, stun you, and then pop the barrel. What TheShy was able to do every single time was time the barrel explosion as Jinoo was flying in. So Jinoo didn't get the stun or the auto attack for the shield before he took the damage. And once that happens, Gangplank can start to snowball back that matchup.
Yeah, you can't really auto attack while you're soaring through the air.
Exactly. And I also have to mention for TheShy, if he doesn't know where he wants to go for Chinese New Year vacation, he should go to Vegas because he got 4 items before 3 minutes.
What was it? I think 4 parlays, and he gets 4 items.
Yeah, he gets 4 items. He's the luckiest Gangplank I've ever seen. He gets a ward, he gets 2 bags of gold, and then he also gets a potion as well.
Yeah.
So that was, I think that start gave him a lot of confidence to how the laning phase was going to go.
I feel like you were looking for a different turn of phrase there, but this is a PG-13 broadcast, as much as we like to keep it that way. MVP for our game, though, it is going to go to the bottom lane, JackeyLove. He's able to redeem his Game 1 performance in style. 8-0-6, Clement. Break it down for me.
Just a lot of cleanup kills here and there. At the end of the game, you could see he was so fed, so confident. He was going 1v2 against the enemy bot lane. And remember that mid lane chase where he actually styles on Jinoo.
Yeah.
He uses the stopwatch to cancel out the Camille ultimate. If the Camille ultimate doesn't find a target, then the ultimate just goes away. It fizzles. So great play by him. A lot of confidence and swag coming out.
So then we need to return to the question that I started to pose at the beginning of game number 2. JackeyLove, he's so hyped coming into this. We can see he's hypey. He leaps forward. He makes the plays. But he also costs his teams games. is he worth it for Invictus Gaming?
My narrative so far is that he is an emerging talent and someone that I would pay close attention to.
Okay.
But if you're talking about standings in the top of the league, I would take iBoy, I would take Mystic, I would take SMLZ over him every day of the week.
Okay. Well, that's the verdict, at least so far, for JackeyLove. Again, it's only week 3. It's barely February. Plenty of time for him to learn and grow with the rest of Invictus Gaming. But we kept on talking about the fact that Invictus Gaming are trying this new sort of style where they're focusing on the hyper carry JackeyLove. They're allowing TheShy to carry from the top lane, and Rookie's playing a supportive mid laner. Well, this time, Rookie decided he could step up in this matchup.
That's why they have such a good win rate on the red side, because that Rookie counter matchup works for them so well. You look how many mid laners were banned out this game. There really wasn't much for Yuuki to pick into, and without the Orianna, the Cassiopeia is pretty much like there's no counter for that champion anymore. Very confident in picking out into the counter matchup.
And though Yuuki did try as best he could not quite succeed there. Another person that we need to touch on before we close this out is FDY. Coming in as the sub for Imp. We hope that you get better. He is currently sick, which is why he was unable to play today. But FDY, for a sub making his first appearance, he might be turning some heads as well.
Yeah, and I think he's showing a lot of potential, and also the reason why LGD wants this new like Chinese ADC behind Imp. Because Imp does have those times where he goes into kind of a slump, and you're not sure if he's like, really, is he trying that hard? Or, like, where's the fire in him? That has been the question that the community has been throwing at LGD quite a lot. Is the fire still there in you guys? And to have that emerging talent behind Imp, I feel like it's going to up his play as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen how LGD are such an emotional team. Over the course of that last game alone, they tried to make plays when they were already down, what, 9,000 gold? And then they ended up, we've got to pick. We found Baolan. We can all engage on him. And then all of Invictus Gaming just swamped them. So maybe they can harness this emotion instead of allowing it to bring them down.
LGD, they only know how to play one style, and even when it doesn't work, they'll go back to it, and that is just 5-man grouping up and look for the skirmishes. And where you're so far behind, you can't do that anymore. A lot of good punishes coming out from Rookie, that Cassiopeia ult flash over the wall to catch everyone out. So for me, LGD is lacking a lot of late game potential, lacking a lot of macro play, and also Eimy, as a jungler, has been quite a letdown. There were so many easy ganks for him to find. He had a lot of leeway in terms of the early game because Ning was so far behind, but he didn't manage to find a single lane gank. What is up with that? You have Camille and Rakan on your team. You need to find those lane ganks.
There's still a lot of growing that LGD need to do if they want to continue, or at least try to reclaim their win streak. Hopefully, their next win streak will take a little bit less than 2 years for them to get back to it. But they've got plenty of time.
See you in 2020?
Exactly,
no, I hope that doesn't happen.
2020 vision to see that coming. But again, we've actually got a few minutes break before our next set. FPX versus Vici are coming at you guys in a few minutes. But use the time, refresh your drinks, get yourself some fresh popcorn. Because, Clement, we've got another 2 sets ahead of us. FPX versus Vici in our next best of 3. And after that, our match of the week, Edward Gaming versus Team WE. So don't go anywhere, everyone. We're going to be right back with those games.